No baseball today because we're talking hitting. So
yes, there we go.
I should take that away.
Take it away, guys.
Right. So I should take that away.
That is true. That is true.
Yes, take it away, guys.
All right. So before we get into this, I wanted to have fun with this, and I want you to think about, what you were thinking and maybe approach, et cetera. But we here at the network, we pulled a few of big moments, Albert moments. But before we get into it, you know the stat that I love most about your career? Because I knew the guys that knew the importance of RBI. You're second all time to Hank Aaron. Like, that's a thing. When I hear the analytics community like, no, it's not a real thing.
Overrated.
Yeah, it's overrated. Second and third, Al, it's just not true. I knew when Joe Carter was up. You had over 100 RBIs, 13, 14 years. What of your stats, before we get into it, is there something that you go, yeah, that's pretty cool?
Well, that one, and I think the 3,000 hits. To be able to get the 3,000 hits, it's
I know they're all
special
amazing.
club.
I mean, the 700 plus home runs, like you're up there with,
Definitely.
But no, it's the RBI because it says like I'm going to do anything I can to push that run across.
Well, how you win games? Pitching and driving runs. I mean, it'll take 4 walks for a guy to score. But, driving a guy from second or hitting a grand slam, you get, 4 points, 4 runs.
All right, let's talk about 4 points. Let's go to this. How look at this screen, huh? Now, you can play along here. I get a little nutty, but you can too. All right, we're going to go to Stop It, Roflo. All right, Game 5. Stop right here. See that? It's pretty cool. All right, thank you, Lucas. Tell me right now what you're thinking. This moment right here.
Well,
You're down by 2. 9th inning, 2 outs. LCS 05.
Well, I prepared myself. Brad Ledge was one of the best closers, at that time in the game. And, just trying to look for a good pitch to hit. My thought was he was going to go to that slider. I think the first pitch right there, that set up everything.
Wait, stop right there. What do you mean it set up everything?
As soon as he threw that pitch, I was like.
So you knew it?
I got it. I got it. Because in that situation, he's going to go to his best pitch. And his best pitch, although he was throwing 97, 98, it was that pitch, that slider. So as soon as he threw that pitch, although I swung it was in the dirt, I was like, I got you. So if you look at the next pitch, it's like.
Go ahead. All right, so that looked, if I'm a pitcher, I'm like, man, he did not see that. But you're saying I was looking.
I was ready. Next pitch, if you look at it, it was like, I was looking for it because I knew he was going to go to his best pitch. I mean, big opportunity in the game, and I was just ready for it.
Yeah, you were ready for it. That had to be amazing. It wasn't as good as the first one, and you just threw your hands.
That's it. Just staying inside the ball, don't try to do too much, right center, and just put the best swing of the night.
Your 4th year in the big leagues. Let's go to the next one. 2006 World Series, Game 1. Justin Verlander.
Rookie season.
Back it up, please. All right, 2-1. You're leading, 3rd inning. I know it's early in the game. What's your approach? What are you thinking?
Well, first of all, I was really surprised. With first base open, I thought they were going to try to pitch me around. But then, I didn't thought about that. I was like, okay, first base open. I just need to get a good pitch to hit. If he's going to challenge me, I'm just going to.
Jimmy Edmonds on deck.
The best swing. So that was it. He
Go ahead.
The pitch down the middle, and
Did you like the ball away? Because you're off the plate a little bit.
I was always a guy that covered, both sides of the plate.
You don't bat 350.
You wanna hit that ball that way with the authority,
That's strong.
And that's what I did.
That's beautiful. All right, I want to move along because I want to cover a few. All right, we're going to go to 2011. This was a blowout, or eventually it was a blowout. All right, stop right here. We're 6th inning, 8-6 Cardinals, Game 3. Magondo's on the mound. Remember?
It's so funny because having had a hit and coming into that game, and the media was like all over what happened with Albert. And I remember that morning waking up, leaving for the ballpark. I jump on the bus, and I normally sit in the back, and I told the guys, when you had that feeling that you were going to do something special? I mean, I didn't thought I was going to hit 3 home runs in the worst.
Play it.
But I was like, guys, tonight is my night, and everybody got excited and put their arms out, and like, let's go, big boy, and that was an amazing game.
So 1-1 high cheese. Look at that. Why is that called a ball when you can hit it 450 feet?
Sometime.
All right, wait, go ahead. All right, what do we have here? First pitch heater, 7th inning, 93 miles an hour.
Just aggressive, I mean, I faced Gonzalez in the past, and I knew he was going to try to challenge me first pitch. And I normally don't like to swing first base, but I felt really good about myself, and I attacked the baseball.
All right, so here, this is a few more pitches here with Darren Oliver. So now, do you realize did you know what was in front of you if you hit 3 homers?
I wasn't even thinking about that.
So-
I knew I was feeling good, and I wasn't even, that's the thing. When I'm in the game, like, I block everything. I don't even think, I don't hear any noise. It just be me and that guy that I'm facing on the mound.
So there's only Reggie Jackson and Babe Ruth who did this.
Yeah.
Go ahead, play it. All right, so we got, heater, inner half. I mean, you just crushed it. Was that a heater or a little cutter?
It was
Yeah,
a little cutter. Backdoor cutter, just left it down in the middle of the plate.
All right, I want to keep moving. 2019. After this, let's see if we have a replay. All right, so this is special. It was what, 8 years?
8 years before
Yeah.
I went back to St. Louis.
So take me into this.
I mean, walking in, all the emotion inside. I mean, it's just pretty amazing, to be back.
Were you nervous? Was it goosebumps, hair on the neck, all that thing?
I wasn't nervous. I was more looking forward to. I mean, that moment right there between me and Yadi, it was like, it wasn't even planned. It was something like, just came naturally,
I'm getting goosebumps.
It was amazing.
Oh, that's great. I really, these are great baseball moments.
Yes.
Really. Special, right? All the years. What, you 12 years
In St.
in
Louis,
St. Louis? So the love was always there.
for sure.
What else we got? Let's go to the next one. All right, so the next day, same thing, Yachty, Hudson on the mound, high cheese. Go ahead, help me through this. Another high cheese.
Just tough guy on Hudson with a good sinker, I was like, hey, just make sure that sinker is up and just try to hit a line drive to center field.
There it is.
Obviously, I end up pulling it, but that's what you want to do with a sinker bowler. You want to hit line drive to center field.
When you were getting ready for this day game in the visiting clubhouse, second day that you were there, were you thinking, God, it'd be good if I did something cool like that?
No, because I never want to put that pressure on myself. I always thought I had a game plan always, just try to go 4 at-bats or 3 at-bats. How many at-bats I get in that game, just try to go.
So your process and your plan.
That's it, yeah.
You don't want to get out of that.
Prepared, yeah, don't try out it. I mean, this game is already tough, so.
Did you ever get out of it? Did you ever have bad, forget about with the injuries, but early in your career, did you have slumps?
Yeah, we all do have slump, but for me, I never use the word slump. I always believe like a slump is what you put in your head.
Okay.
I think you need to give credit to pitchers. As in the big leagues, you play in the highest level, and you have to give credit to the guy on the mound.
Good. All right, so that was all cool historically, but I want to go back to where every guy who's ever worn a Major League uniform, whether it was for a week, a month, or 21 years?
22 years.
22 years. Tell me here. This is in Colorado. Go ahead.
Pretty
This
amazing.
is your first at bat.
First at bat, just
Against my old teammate.
Yeah.
Cheese ball away.
Just tough. I mean, tough competitor, a guy who's obviously caught ins, missed the ball really well, and like I say, like always, just try to stick with my approach. Staying back to the middle. Don't try to do too much. I think I almost took in deep too, but I take that base hit at 143.
Oh, this is your first hit. So this is your second AB.
Yeah.
So fastball away. You saw that.
Sinker, yeah, sinker away.
So those are comfortable takes.
Yeah.
What I see.
And then a base hit.
And then back to the cutter. He didn't get it in as far.
And that'll help me. When you have that down, driving the ball, right center, left center, that was always my.
Here, hold it right there. Right there. Back it up. All right, that face right there. You're 21?
Yeah.
You played 1 year in the minor leagues?
1 year.
What the heck is that all about? Good for you. When you thought, as a 13th rounder, you got to the big leagues.
Yeah.
Here we are at whatever your age is now, I won't say, but you retired at 42, right?
Yeah.
What was it like? Yeah, I'm gonna have that. Like,
Well, remember, in my case, Bobby Bonilla was coming out of the DL back then. Now it's the IL. I knew that I didn't have that much time, so Tony really told me we're gonna take you maybe for a week. Bobby's getting back, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to do the best that I can to try to help this ball club to win. And if I go back to the minor league, hopefully I'll be that guy.
you really thought that? That could have been.
Yeah, because 1 year in the minor league, like you said, at that time, 22 years ago, there were not too many players playing 1 year in the minor league
and then
got caught up.
So here, let's do a split screen on your first one and then the one in 2022. You want to play along here? Wider base.
Yeah. Healthy
This
legs.
is your first home run.
Yeah, healthy legs. You know, obviously, as a player, we talk about.
So wait a minute, you say, I'm sorry to interrupt, but so wider base, healthier legs, I guess not as healthy legs.
No, because
Right.
the knee.
Right, no, I knew that. All right, so, and you don't want to be,
Yeah, too wide. I mean, I had to change my load. You know, too much weight to carry and to push, and I had to make the adjustment. You know, in 2019 to the high leg kick, which helped me out a lot.
go ahead,
But-
play it. So we got no leg kick, heel up.
Yeah.
What was the heel? Why? Back this up, back that up to this one here.
Heel for me was something.
All right, stand here, would you?
Heel for me was something
To that camera.
Heel for me was something that I, you know, back in college, in high school, like it was an approach that I find and it felt great. I had a great game and I just took with it, you know.
Why would you do a heel and now a leg kick?
Because, like I say, back leg. You know, when early in my career, you know, I had healthy legs. I was able to stay in my base and then push off.
Okay.
Like when I got hurt, you know, back knee surgery and leg knee too. It was hard for me to push off.
Okay.
So I had to make an approach how I can get my back leg powerful so I can push forward, and that's when I went to the back.
All right, play it.
The leg kick.
So I like that. That's a Paul Mahler. I played with Molly. He barely picked his foot up, stay back, use the whole field.
Yeah.
And now, legs on it, you know, leg.
But if
Timing.
you look at the lower half looks different, but if you focus on the upper body,
Yeah.
the bat angle might be a little bit different. But look at the swing through the path, through
Yeah.
the strike zone.
It's pretty close.
That didn't change at all. If you look at the path,
Yeah.
although this was probably high fastball,
Yeah.
this one was a little lower, but it's still the
Direct.
swing path, the direction of the bat doesn't change at all. You know.
Man,
That's good. That's good.
that's great. That's great.
We could learn a lot. I hope people pay attention because one of the greatest ever.
Absolutely. And he went out on top, Al Leiter, in the second half of last season. Only Aaron Judge had a higher OPS than Albert Pujols.